and welcome to the Homemade Podcast Sports. This is your host, J Pops. Welcome back to the Homemade Podcast Sports. This is your host, J Pops. Guys, on this latest edition of the Homemade Podcast Sports, I'll be breaking down the Aggies' backfield of running backs. Like I said on the last podcast, this offense should be a special unit. On the last podcast, I broke down the wide receiver depth chart. Yes, guys, there are question marks at the wide receiver unit, but with those incoming talent, it's going to be a lot that goes on. And in my personal opinion, that wide receiver depth chart that's coming in now, the incoming talent, it's going to shock a lot of people in the SEC and in the college football world. That's just my opinion on that. That is just my opinion. But anyways, let's go ahead and move forward. It isn't any breaking news that I have, that is actually taking place. But what I do know is this: the hype video for the Vanderbilt game. I like it. I love it. If you guys have not checked that out, please go and check out the hype video for the Vandy game. Also, what really touched me, and I watched this morning, were the messages from the moms and the families of the guys that are out there for the 2020 season. If you guys haven't watched that, go and watch it. I love it. Aggie community, I love it. To all the moms out there that's supporting their, that's supporting their kids, and to the dads as well, man. I love it. Just family all in general. This Aggie family is something special, and these kids know that. And for the simple fact that they're going out there for the 2020 season, knowing that, it just may be a risk, from what we've all heard, and things of that nature. I just want to applaud you guys. So from the Aggie families themselves, and from me, myself, and from the Aggie community, I just want to tell you guys thank you. Have a great season as well. Thank you. Have a great, phenomenal season, just like I know you guys are going to go out there and have. All I'm asking for is just a lot of wins and a lot of shocking moments that's going to turn around a lot of heads and make a whole lot of guys believe that, man, well, maybe I was wrong. So, hey, if we can get that going, this season here will be phenomenal, just like I know it can and will be. So, anyways, moving along. On this episode, we'll be talking about other running backs. So, of course, last year, a lot of guys got hurt to where it turned into Isaiah Spiller was the only one, and also Kellen Mond as well, and also Anaya Smith. But Isaiah Spiller was the primary running back. Isaiah Spiller was a true freshman. Damn good. 4-star running back from out of Spring, Texas, was highly recruited. You can tell from the moment that guy stepped on the field and they kind of put the ball in his hands, hey, he knew that he had to step up. So to Isaiah Spiller, I just want to thank you for stepping up last season when it was primarily just only you. Now, like I say, also Kellen Mond as well, because Kellen Mond's a dual threat QB, but also Anaya Smith. I want to thank both of those guys, but Isaiah Spiller in particular for what he did with not a, great O-line, stuff like that, but he was still able to produce in some situations. Maybe not in the big games like how we wanted them to, but he was still able to produce, So Isaiah Spiller, thank you. Let's continue to break down this Aggie backfield depth chart. So Isaiah Spiller, of course, is number one. The Aggies have now moved fellow true freshman Anaya Smith from wide receiver to the backfield, and that was for the bowl game and stuff like that. So in our 2020 class, and that's why they're saying there's going to be a lot of guys to step up. It's a lot of question marks. A&M went out and signed 4 backs in the class 2020. Speedy 4-star Devin Unche, I believe that's his name, is a do-everything type of player that will line up multiple places, while also junior college transfer Ernest Crownover and true freshman DeAndre Jackson and Darvin Hubbard are all between the tackle runners. That's going to be a pretty good backfield. Like I said, it's still going to kind of be question marks there because most of those guys are new. But we do know that Isaiah Spiller and Anaya Smith, they pretty much have experience back there. All that we're leaning on now to help those guys out is the offensive line. And like I say, from looking at the press conference that Jimbo Fisher had a couple of days ago, he was saying that that old line is way better than what it was last year. So hopefully, we can, get everything accounted for on the O-line. Our O-line is experienced, by the way. We bring back 4 starters on that O-line. Yes, we're going to be going up against elite level of competition defensively, but like I've told you guys many, many times, I believe that the Aggies will be better offensively this year. We just do not know yet. Hopefully in that Vanderbilt game, we will find out a couple of things, although we won't find out everything until that week 2 Alabama game, of course, but we will find out a lot of things in that Vanderbilt game week 1. Of course, we're going to get down to, the scores and predictions later on this week. I don't just want to go ahead and get into that now, but we will get into that later on this week. But like I say, man, Isaiah Spiller is going to bring experience to the running back core, and also he's going to bring a whole nother dynamics of what he can do for this year because of the simple fact that the O-line now has much experience. You get what I'm saying here? You understand that? Also, I look for Isaiah Spiller to have a breakout season. Also, against Vanderbilt, I look for him to have a 100-yard game. Now, in week 2, when we play Alabama, don't know how that's going to go, but I at least expect them to have 50 yards. I expect Jimbo Fisher to do a heavy rotation on things to where he'll use 2 or 3 running backs. Keep the defense guessing. So the good thing about this is that, the good thing about that is this. Although we don't have a lot of experience at the running back core, this gives us a leeway to come out with a game plan that won't nobody know about. Nobody knows about these backs. They don't know how they play. Nobody can run film on them. You see what I'm getting at here? Nobody can run film on anything they haven't seen yet. That's why inexperienced guys go a lot of way in many different ways. So the inexperience plays a factor, but also the limit of what other teams can see also plays a factor. Nobody knows what those guys are going to do. We're still waiting to see what those guys are going to do. So what do you think another team is sitting there thinking? They don't know what they're going to do neither. Neither do we know what most of the guys at these premier schools are going to do. Neither, like Alabama, Florida, who else is out there? LSU, because, they've had so many opt-outs. And that's another thing, guys. We've only had about 5, maybe 6 opt-outs, man. Now, have it been some pretty significant opt-outs? Yes, but it's not enough to make me feel like, hey, the Aggies have fell off. No. It is not. We don't have as many opt-outs as other teams. Like I say, now have some of the opt-outs played a pretty significant role in the years past? Yes. But it's not enough opt-outs to make me change my decision on how I feel about Texas A&M and what they bring this year. You know, it's not enough. Although the teams that haven't had many opt-outs are and I'm just talking about teams on our schedule here, Alabama and Florida. I'm gonna just name those two. Alabama and North Florida has had many opt-outs. I don't believe Alabama has had any opt-outs. So that's gonna go a long way in determining how that game is gonna look on week 2. And that's fine. But guys like LSU that's had opt-outs, Auburn, I don't believe they had many opt-outs. You know, but they're also kind of breaking in personnel as well on that defensive side of the ball, stuff like that. But those are teams that I believe the Aggies can go toe-to-toe with, man. They can. They can go toe-to-toe with those guys. And like I say, this backfield is going to play a significant role of how this offense is going to look catching the ball, and also it's going to dictate how Kellen Mond looks when he takes off and runs. Because if the teams respect the backfield of how the Aggies are doing, it's going to leave a lot of open opportunities for Kellen Mond to move around with the ball in his hand and create plays for himself as well. You know, so you have to put everything into this one pot, and you have to kind of mix it all together. I'm not getting off subject here, but I'm just saying you have to kind of mix it all together, and you have to see what kind of formula you can come up with. All right, new wide receivers, of course. Not many of them have experience. A couple of them, you know, have a couple of catches, but not many. You know, just have really that in-game experience. That's fine. Like I say, on the last episode, I named guys with a lot of height advantage that they're going to have over a lot of people. You know? So just please keep that in mind. So with this backfield, Isaiah Spiller is going to contribute to a lot of things. He's going to contribute to a lot of things. Okay? Please believe that. Devin Anunche or Unche, I got to learn how to pronounce that last name. He's going to contribute to a lot of things. Also, Anaya Smith, he's going to contribute to a lot of things because Anaya Smith can move all around. He can go from the backfield to wide receiver to playing punt returner to playing kick returner. We're going to have a lot of versatility, man. It's going to be a lot of versatility. A lot of these guys are just natural athletes, okay? I'm just giving you guys a perspective and wanting you to see things on how I see a lot of things that guys just may not be talking about. On one of the podcasts that I was listening to yesterday, somebody had the Aggies at 4th in the SEC West, period. Me, I highly doubt that. So they had Alabama as 1, LSU at 2, Auburn at 3, A&M at 4. I have no clue of why they think that. LSU and A&M, maybe, you know, toss up. Auburn, I don't see it. I don't see it, man. I don't believe in Bo Nix as much as a lot of people does, you know, but what he did against Alabama was phenomenal. You know, yeah, he came in to beat us, but at the end of the day, if you look at those stats, man, his passing was not good. It was not good at all. So, you know, I just can't put him over Kellen Mond. I'm sorry. That's just my opinion. I cannot put him over Kellen Mond. But anyways, man, back to the subject at hand. So the running back core, I do believe will step up this year. But like I say, we do have a lot of things to work on, and I believe that if that offensive line can help those guys out, because one thing already, man, the offensive line doesn't have to be the unit to jail, because I just believe that those guys have jailed already. Hell, they've already played a year with each other, and some of them 2 years with each other already. So the offensive line is not really what I'm worried about, like a lot of guys are. But I believe if they have got a lot of things fixed, Kellen Mond will be sharp. and as well as the running back core will be short. If they give those guys in the backfield like Isaiah Spiller time to at least acknowledge that little small hole, Isaiah Spiller can get through there, and he can run for the first down. All we're looking for is the first down runs. I'm not looking for big runs this year, because a big run will happen if that time comes for the big run to happen. It's like one of those unexpected runs, okay? We're just looking for first down movements. Also, third down percentage. If we can get that together, especially with the backfield, on actually like run the ball on third and short, stuff like that, then this Aggie team is going to be pretty hard to beat. They're going to be pretty hard to beat. So, like I say, I just want to give you, a breakdown of the running back depth chart. I really like these running backs this year, and especially Isaiah Spiller, man. He's coming back. He's coming back with a ton of experience, ton. And I really believe in him. So, just keep on making sure that you guys are checking out everything and stuff like that. So once again, man, if you guys haven't seen the hype video going into the Vanderbilt game, please, guys, check it out. Also, check out the messages from the moms and families of the guys that's going into the 2020 season. You guys are going to love it. It really touched me, so I know it's going to touch you guys well. Once again, I thank you guys for tuning in. I love you. I cannot wait till the first game. It's getting here. Please make sure you guys are A&M ready with your A&M gear on and everything. So please, guys, it's going to be one of those phenomenal first-time games. We've been waiting. Once again, the entire SEC starts on this weekend, on September 26th. Mark it on your calendar if you haven't already. Texas A&M versus Vanderbilt, 6:30 p.m. on SEC Network Ultimate. If you do not have it, please call your cable provider. Now I'm looking like I'm a commercial. Please call your cable provider. See what you got to do. That's that. Once again, guys, thanks for tuning in to the Homemade Podcast Sports. This is your host, J Pops. Guys, please hit that subscribe button below. Also, follow me on Facebook at hashtag Homemade Podcast Sports, on Instagram at JPops2020, and also on Twitter at JPops05. Once again, guys, this is Homemade Podcast Sports. Thank you guys for tuning in. Hashtag Gigamags. And thank you guys for tuning in to the hashtag Homemade Podcast Sports. Please, guys, subscribe to the YouTube page, and also follow me on Twitter at JPops, on Instagram at JPops, and also on Facebook at hashtag Homemade Podcast Sports. Thank you guys once again. Hashtag Gigamags.